Hi there Year 11, this is another quick revision video, this time looking at Section A, Question 2. Here is a typical Section 2 question. This has been taken from a previous paper, but essentially it is always an explanation question, so whether the question you get differs or not, it's going to ask you the same thing. Explain what skills you contributed to the piece in your role as actor, designer or technician. You must always give specific examples that demonstrate how you've used those skills. Alright? The examiner is looking for the following. Acting fundamentals is your acting skills. So, your intended effects and what you did in terms of characterization, physical, vocal and facial expressions, and interaction with others, taking into consideration pace, pause and energy. So as an actor, you are focusing on your acting skills. Alright? If you're a lighting designer, then you are focusing on lighting skills. If you are a props designer, you are focusing on your design skills. Alright? This video is going to focus on your acting skills. So, what have we got to make sure we've got? It's about application of skill, not the process of making. Remember that. Think about what skills you are applying to the piece. Explain what skills you contributed to the piece in your role as actor. Do so in these forms. So these are some handy starter sentences. We wanted to do this, so I. We wanted to create a scene that was really comic, so I created a role of. Remember, you can start with the little we, but then it must go straight onto the I and continue with I right through to the end. When working on the first scene, I needed to establish my character by doing what? My first intention was to establish my character by doing what? The problem was how to establish my character, so I. Only we at the start, then all I after that. And it's what I did to make sure that this happened. Refer to singular moments, not plural. Always go for the smallest, most specific example you can think of. I quite like the idea of always focusing on the moment you had to establish your character, your first entrance, your first line. Don't be afraid to give quotes from the text, even if you improvised it. It's far easier to do that, so write down a line, then really specifically say, I put the tone of voice on this, I emphasized this line, I moved here when I said this. Here is a really good way of structuring this answer. Alright, and I'm going to want you to pause the video and look at this. Fill in the gaps. In the initial stages of rehearsal, I had to establish my character, the name of your character, as. You need to describe them how you wanted the audience to see them. It's really important that you do that, because that is the bit that you're going to be measured against. In order to do this, I worked on my first appearance or entrance. I stood and sat to show this. The expression on my face was to show what. I spoke with to show. I what with my hands. This gesture showed what. I moved. And this had the effect of showing what. So all the time you're saying this is what I did, and I did it to show this. Okay, very quick revision on question 2. Not as easy as question 1, not as hard as question 3. So you should really be, again, looking for top marks here. Alright, good luck.